Hey everyone, welcome. So my name is Vervain and I'm back with my story times. This time I'm going to tell you about the second time that I saw Sabaton in concert. So if you don't know who Sabaton are, they are this Swedish metal band that sing about war and military history. I would say they're a power metal band, but yeah, if anyone has a different opinion, let me know in the comment section. So I'll just say that war is not something that I'm usually into. If it's like a book or a movie about anything war related, usually I'm not interested. But Sabaton are the only exception. They have like this really loud, powerful sound. I've learned more from their lyrics than I did from any history class I took at school. And Sabaton also have the ability to make you feel patriotic for a country that isn't yours. Let me know if you agree in the comment section. But anyway, let me move on to the second time that I saw Sabaton live. And the first time was just before the pandemic. It was February of 2020. I saw them at Wembley Arena in London. I got my tickets quite late, so the first time I was sitting way up in the heavens, but can't complain. I saw them with Apocalyptica and Amaranth supporting them. But yeah, pandemic is over. They're touring once again. At the moment, they're touring for their album, The War to End All Wars, which obviously is about World War One. And so the tour is called The Tour to End All Tours. So this time I got tickets earlier. I got standing tickets. This time, same venue, Wembley Arena, and they're being supported by Baby Metal and Lordi. All right, so let's get to the day of. All right, so I meet up with some friends and I'm ready to go into the venue, and my friends are like, do you want to go in yet, or do you want to go have a drink? Yeah, let's go have a drink. And I'm not in favor of this because it's time. Obviously, you get there before the show starts, you need to queue, do bag check. Obviously, you want to get as close to the front as possible. So just depends how dedicated you are, how early you want to get there, how much you want to wait. So my friends being like, let's all go get a drink. It's no, one, I paid for my whole ticket, so I want to see all three bands, even though I'm not a huge fan of the support acts. I paid for it, I want to get my money's worth. And then also I think it's a bit disrespectful because even if you're not a huge fan of the support acts, they're still putting on the show for you. They're still making the effort. So if you're to be can't be bothered, don't want to see them, I feel that's a bit disrespectful. But anyway, I was outvoted, so we went to a nearby pub, and I sat there for one drink, and then after one drink, some of my friends still wanted to stay, and they're like, oh, we'll catch up with you later. One friend and I, we were like, okay, come on, let's actually go see what we paid for. All right, so we then walked 5 minutes back down to the venue, get in line, do bag check, very easy, get in the venue, and I need to buy a bottle of water. You can't bring your own from outside because they don't know what it is, that's fair. So go to buy a bottle of water, and the guy asks, are you sitting or standing? And I'm standing. And he's like, okay, so we have to give you a cup of water. And he gives me the paper cups at McDonald's, just the paper cups at McDonald's, basically gives me one of those. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? The reason I want a bottle is because it's got the lid. I'm not going to drink all of this at once, then I'm going to need to go use the bathroom, and I don't want to forfeit my spot in the crowd. And then I'm not going to hold this cup of water for the next 3 hours, 4 hours. No, I'm going to spill it. What the fuck is it? Anyway, so I just took my cup of water, but then I whispered to my friend, say you're seated. And so I thought I was being sneaky. My friend's going to get a bottle of water. All right, my friend goes to place their order and one bottle of water. And the staff member asks, are you sitting or standing? My friend says sitting. It's okay, sure. Gives my friend a bottle of water, but removes the lid. And I don't understand what this is about, because even if you're seated and you've got a bottle of water, again, you don't want to be holding it. If you put it down, somebody could spill it, trip on it. You can't now put it in your bag. I don't understand what is going on here. I don't understand why I can't have a bottle of water with a lid. The only thing I can think of is maybe if they're worried about people using it as a projectile, throwing a full bottle of water at someone, maybe. Otherwise, I don't see the logic. I'm sure there is logic though. I know at times when I've worked in certain jobs and customers have been like, oh, why do you do it like this? You should do this, this is better. And it's actually, no, it's not. There's a whole big logistical thing in the background. The way we do things does make sense, even if I don't have the time to explain the whole thing to you. So I'm sure there is logic to this, but I don't know it. So if you work at a venue that has this policy, please let me know in the comment section what is going on. But anyway, this is a relevant detail. I'm not just telling you a whole bunch of crap. I'm a little bit annoyed that we've missed some of the first act, Baby Metal, and now I'm looking at this cup of water going, what the like, I'm not gonna hold this. I can't mosh with this in my hand. What the fuck is going on? So now I'm angry, and when I'm angry, I can do anything. All right, so we walk in, we're a bit late. There's already a little bit of a crowd. Normally, I don't walk in front of people. So you will know normally the first few rows are really dense, really packed. People got there the fastest, the most enthusiastic. And then as you move further back in the crowd, it gets a bit sparse. And there will be some space, but people will still stand back. There's some space there, but you know, I don't want to push in front of anyone. I don't want to get in anyone's personal space. Obviously, as the show goes on, as the main act comes on, everyone pushes forward. But yeah, at first I'm like, no, usually there's people in front of me. I don't want to push in front of them. But this time I was angry about my stupid cup of water. So I was like, fuck this. I'm going to like walk my way through everyone and get like as close to the front as I can. Which usually I don't do, but I was angry. Got into like maybe the 5th row, and then like I could move. I wasn't like pushing anyone out of the way. When I got to the 5th row, that's when it was like, okay, it's very crowded here. I couldn't move forward without like pushing someone out of the way, which I'm obviously not going to do. But I looked up and I'm like, wow, I'm actually like pretty close to the front. It's a big stage. I've got a great view. All right, I'm happy again. So I'm happy this nonsense with the bottle of water happened. It all worked out for the best. Did get to see a bit of Baby Metal. Not a huge fan, but again, I paid for the ticket. Prior to the show, I watched this compilation. I think it's called like Sue Metal being like an epic vocalist for 7 minutes. I think I'll link to it. She is an amazing vocalist, credit where credit is due, so I'm happy that I saw the band live. I've got a little bit of footage which I will show you. I'm sorry, it's all vertical because I just took a bit of footage just for myself to have a record. At the time, I wasn't thinking that I wanted to make this video. Had I thought that, I would have gotten horizontal footage, so sorry, this is all I've got. Cool, so Baby Metal. Then next is Lordi. So Lordi are from Finland. I, like many other people, discovered them in I think 2006 when they won Eurovision for Finland with Hard Rock Alleluia. I'm not a huge fan. That's like the one song I know. If they're on, I'll listen to them, but I won't go out of my way to seek them out. But I really like them, really great stage presence. The band members are anonymous. They all have these monster costumes, and being close enough to the stage, I could see like the details and all the like different layers in everyone's costumes. So I appreciate the work that they put into it, and I'm grateful that I was close enough that I could see that. So again, I'm going to show you a little bit of footage of Lordi. I apologize, it's not the best. But I think it was during Lordi, I noticed one of the guys in front of me, so closer and therefore like even louder for him, at some points he was like putting his fingers in his ears because it was quite loud. And I had earplugs, and that day I brought a spare pair of earplugs, which usually I don't do, but there was something going, maybe your friends like need a pair, just bring some. Usually I don't do, normally I just take care of my own hearing and that's it. But the friend that I was with was fine. The other friends, I don't know, I wasn't able to catch up with them for the rest of the night. I didn't see them. So yeah, I see this guy putting his fingers in his ears, and I tapped him on the shoulder and like kind of mind like, so yes, he understood. He said yes. I gave him my earplugs. He was appreciative. I was happy I did a good thing, and I'm like, good thing I like listened to that little voice telling me, take a second pair of earplugs. So I was happy because I'm sure like other people, there are times when I don't listen to that little voice, like when it says, oh, you should bring an umbrella today. And I'm like, nah, it'll be fine. And then it rains and I'm like, I should have brought an umbrella. So today I was happy. And then, yes, finally, Sabaton. So they started with Ghost Division, which is the song they usually start with. So can confirm, still going strong.
Thank you so much. Keep those lights up. Let's play a song together. This is Christmas.
Again, I'm going to show you the footage that I got. Sorry that it's not very good. I don't remember all of the songs they did. I remember they did not do Night Witches this time. So Night Witches is the first Sabaton song that I ever heard. I was watching something on YouTube, and you know how YouTube recommends videos to you. It recommended Night Witches, and I thought it was something to do with like witches and witchcraft. So that's why I clicked on it. But then I was like, oh, this is good. And then listening to the lyrics, I'm like, okay, this is warfare, which I'm not into, but like, this is a good song. And that was probably like 9 years ago now. And I don't think Sabaton have been off my playlist since that day, since I discovered them. So yeah, this time around, they did not play Night Witches, but it's okay. The first time that I saw them back in 2020, they did. Yes, and then the next thing was somewhere in there, they played Attack of the Dead Men. Fine, no problem. And then at one point, I look forward in the crowd and I see someone is just like showing this to me. Oh, God, no. Showing this to me, which looks like a bloody tissue. And I'm like, why are you showing me this? And then I like actually look up and I see what it is. It's the gentleman that I gave the earplugs to. And then I see what this is. This is a Sabaton mask. So I didn't see, but I guess during Attack of the Dead Men, they must have been throwing these out into the crowd. So I took it. I was very grateful. It was like, trying to communicate how happy I was. And yeah, he didn't have to do that. That was very sweet. I see he had one also, so he must have like caught a couple in the crowd. I didn't see where they came from. I don't think the band threw them out. Maybe like some like roadies or something gave them out. I don't know. I didn't see where they came from, but it would make sense that they would be giving out masks during Attack of the Dead Men. So yeah, I had a really good time. The band was amazing as always. It was the biggest set they've ever had. So they had like the pillars with like the sandbags and the like barbed wire. They had names of different battles on like the pillars or battlefields. Obviously they had the tank, they had the pyrotechnics. Joachim had quite a few concert changes, outfit changes. Yeah, had a really good time as always. And then at the end, they had some like flyers that fell from the ceiling, flyers, pamphlets. I'll show you on the screen. There were 3 of them. There was one for the Valley of Death. There was one for the Unkillable Soldier, and there was one for Hellfighters. So their most recent album, The War to End All Wars, is all about World War One. All of these are songs about World War One. So yeah, I caught a few. I don't remember if I personally caught one of each one, but there were 2 guys next to me that were like really enthusiastically picking up so many of them off the ground and just handing them out. So they just gave me a bunch and I was like, okay, like thank you very much. So I'm happy that I have all 3 of them, but I have like multiples of all of them. So that was my second time seeing Sabaton live. I would happily see them again. I really, really like them. I should say, so today as I'm filming this, it is, in Australia we call it Remembrance Day, the 11th of the 11th, but I think in other places you call it Armistice Day. So yeah, that, it makes sense that I would be filming, video about Sabaton. Sabaton, like their World War One album, the day that Armistice happened for World War One. So wow, nice. But what I was going to say is that tomorrow on the 12th, I am going to the Royal Air Force Museum to watch the Sabaton movie. So Sabaton have made this like animated movie about World War One featuring their songs. I'm doing that tomorrow. I don't know if I will make a video about it. I don't know what the content will be. Let's see. I don't make any guarantees. Yeah, so that's me telling you about one of my better live music experiences. Let me know if you've seen Sabaton live. Let me know if you want more of this content, because if you've watched a few of my videos, you'll see I'm doing all sorts of different topics. And I know with this review, I talked more about like the things that I experienced rather than what the show was like. One, that is because I saw them live maybe like 4 months ago, so the memory is not like super fresh in my mind. I can't remember the set list. But yeah, let me know if you like this content, if you want me to focus more on like what actually happened on stage, if you don't want this kind of content at all. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for stopping by, and maybe I will see you next time.